I chose to interview my Aunt Trisha. She was born in Queens, New York in 1966, which makes her 52 today. I originally wanted to interview one of her cousins because they have the All American life, the million dollar lifestyle, but she's gone through a lot of hard things in life, and that makes me respect her a lot more and aspire to be like her one day. Love was definitely the hardest topic to talk about with her because she lost her husband in 1998, and having to raise two kids by yourself is really hard in today's society. But she first fell in love with Greg Payne when she was 17 in her senior year of high school. He made her laugh, genuinely cared for her, and made her feel comfortable. And she feels like those are really important things in a relationship because you have to be able to communicate to have a relationship. Her favorite experience for her wedding was it was at the Country Club of the South. She had a piano player at her cocktail hour, and her favorite song was her wedding song, and it's still one of her favorite songs today. And it's I Got Friends by Garth Brooks. And she really misses that day because it's one of the happiest days of her life. Her first pet was two dogs named Hunter and Fisher. One is a mixed breed, and the other one was a chow. We then move on to education, where she told me that the greatest place she's ever been was Jamaica for her honeymoon. And then she also went to Mississippi for my mom's 40th birthday, and they went to a casino. The one thing she wishes she'd done different with her educational life is to get her master's in science and education. She really wanted to get a master's so she can better her life and better her kids' life. Her best favorite teacher in life was Miss Halpin. She was a lit teacher for her, and she always understood her and was always there for her. Her biggest lesson in life is to always expect the unexpected, because what happened with her husband, her medical history, and all the money issues she's gone through with her buying houses that she realized later that she wasn't able to afford. She teaches now at Midway Elementary. She's a fifth grade teacher for lit and science. She really has a passion for real estate and interior design, but I feel like now she realized that teaching was her calling, but interior design and real estate is a really rocky business, so she didn't want to risk her kid's life and risk her own life, really. She knew she wanted to be a teacher in elementary school. She used to play teacher with my mom and her neighbors in her garage. Her best job during her life was her chow hall job at North Georgia during college, and she also worked at Arby's during high school with my mom, and she really loved that because she got to spend a lot of time with her sister. And her biggest mentor in her career was Lewis Cutshaw. In her first year teaching, she was always there for her. She always helped her with her lesson plans and all of that. Her best friend growing up was Robin Gora. They were neighbors, they played sports together, they went on vacations, and they also went to school together, so they were really close. What is a good friend to her? She means you have to be honest, trustworthy, supportive, good listeners, and always there for you, because that's when you know a true friend. Like, matter your ups and downs, you always know, like, they're always going to be there for you. She was born in Queens, and then she moved to Long Island, and she lived in Lake Ronkonkoma for a really long time, but then her dad had to move because of his job, and that's when they moved here to Roswell. And my grandma still lives in Roswell, but when she got married, she moved to Canton, and now since he passed away, we all live in Cumming now, but all the rest of our family's up in New Jersey. Learning the hard way, the most rebellious thing she's done. She ran away because she got really mad at my grandma once, and she packed her bags and left, and then my grandma ended up running after her, and she got in a lot of trouble, but my grandma was really pissed at her, and so they didn't get along very well growing up, which she kind of regrets now, because my grandma's getting old, and so she really wants to spend more time with her, and she wants to forget about the past. She also got drunk in high school once, and that was probably one of the most rebellious things she's done. One thing that bothers her in today's world is technology. She thinks that people aren't able to communicate with technology because we're always on our phones and all that. And she's never tried smoking in her lifetime. She just never found it appealing, and she knows what it does to your body, and she wants to live her best life and her longest life, so she doesn't want to hurt her own self and be there as long as she can for her kids. The hardest thing to learn for her was managing her money. She hasn't always had a lot of money because of what happened to her in her early marriage life. She has had a hard time buying a house, supporting her family, which made her really feel down in some way, but that was probably one of her hardest lessons in life, was managing her money. What would she do, like what does she miss about the old days, was not having as much responsibilities. She misses her college life because you're just kind of getting her life started. Her first car was a Gold Forenza, a 1984 Gold Forenza, and her back does hurt because she makes me massage it. And her greatest regret in life was not getting remarried because she feels like her kids needed a father figure, and that's where my dad comes in a lot because we spend a lot of time together, but she just feels bad for her kids because they really need a father figure in life.